We have to be able to recreate in space habitats which are as beautiful, as Earth-like, as the loveliest parts of planet Earth. And we can do that.
As a society, we can achieve these human rights if we accept the proposition that humans are not disabled. A person can never be broken. Our built environment, our technologies are broken and disabled. We, the people, need not accept our limitations, but can transcend disability through technological innovation.
Virtual reality ultimately will have all of the features of real reality, plus a lot more that you can choose from millions of virtual environments. You can be someone else. You don't have to pick the same boring body every time. You can be different people in different situations. And over time, our biological bodies will become obsolete. We'll have many bodies. And we'll look back to the idea of having one body and being dependent on this one biological body and having no backup for a mind file as a very primitive time.
Modern science and modern culture have an entirely different take on life and death. They don't think of death as a metaphysical mystery, and they certainly don't view death as the source of life's meaning. Rather, for modern people, death is a technical problem that we can and should solve.
We will certainly prove that all the experts know is wrong, and show that transplanting a head onto a new body is feasible in man.
So the potential for superintelligence kind of lies dormant in matter, much like the power of the atom lies dormant throughout human history, patiently waiting there. In this century, scientists may learn to awaken the power of artificial intelligence. And I think we might then see an intelligence explosion.
A lot has changed in the past 300 years. People are no longer obsessed with the accumulation of things. We have eliminated hunger. We have eliminated the need for possessions. We've grown out of our infancy. This is the 24th century. Material needs no longer exist.
Then what's the challenge?
The challenge, Mr. Offenhaus, is to improve yourself, to enrich yourself. Enjoy.
But also the creative solution to the problem of death, I think, is the engineering solution. It's the way through which we remake the world. It's the way in which we transcend our limitations using science and technology. And this gets me really excited because this is ultimately how I see technology. Technology is a scaffold.
I did so was because I found out that hardly anyone was working on the world's most important problem, namely the fact that we get sick when we were born a long time ago, and then we die, and that's kind of like not a good thing.
Mars really represents, there's the whole life insurance and protecting life and ensuring that the light of consciousness is not extinguished, which I think is incredibly important, backing up the biosphere, and to be clear, this is not about everyone moving to Mars, it's about becoming multi-planetary. I think Earth will be a good place for a long time. But it's the probable lifespan of human civilization will be much greater if we're a multi-planet species. Now that's the defensive argument, but the argument that I actually find most compelling is that there would be an incredible adventure. I think it would be the most inspiring thing that I could possibly imagine. And life needs to be more than just solving problems every day. You need to wake up and be excited about the future, and be inspired and want to live.
It's called the molecular assembler, and it takes ordinary raw materials, breaks them up at the atomic level, and joins the joints in different ways to create new substances. It's also the most subversive device of all, because if utopias fail because of scarcity, then what happens when you have infinite abundance? What happens when you simply ask and it comes to you?
We are constantly reminded that human life is the most sacred thing in the universe. Everybody says this. Teachers in schools, politicians in parliaments, lawyers in courts, and actors on theatre stages. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, adopted by the UN after the Second World War, which is perhaps the closest thing we have to a global constitution, categorically states that the right to life is humanity's most fundamental value. Since death clearly violates this right, death is a crime against humanity.